my name is Anuradha Ramchandani. I'm an architect and space designer. I'm the founder at AR Praxis Architects, Ahmedabad. And we've been around for a few years. We started out our journey in 2019. We have been into architecture and interior design projects. And we follow our design philosophy wherein nature and culture are our guiding principles. By nature, I mean science and the rules of nature, which gives us endless inspiration. And by culture, I mean people and the way they lead their life, their lifestyles, which are a guiding principle in the way we design space, because it's for them that we are designing. So with these two in hand, we like to execute our projects. I think the role of art in any architect or designer's life would be very relevant. Since the days of my childhood, when I was a little girl, my parents introduced me to a lot of art and craft activities. And I am from Baroda, the city of MSU Fine Arts. So I did go to a lot of these art and craft workshops. I have attended a pottery and clay workshop with the great artist Mahida. And those 10 to 15 days of that summer vacation were absolutely the best time that I had, because there were no inhibitions that were inflicted upon us, wherein we could create anything which our heart desired, and to witness the outcome of that artifact, that piece being baked in the oven after we created it, was truly surreal, and it was something I truly enjoyed. So art teaches you in many ways to break the rules, right? There is no really need to follow the rules, even in design. I mean, of course, there are certain codes that you must follow. There are some blacks and whites, but art really teaches you how to break the rules, be relevant, be creative, and create a unique output for yourself. It also teaches you the art of storytelling and building a narrative, which is so important when you are creating a space, so that your space, you as a designer, can connect to the end user. So I think art has multiple effects which are definitely positive in guiding a designer's journey. So that is how it has been for me as well. I think it is definitely something deeper. For me as an architect and a designer, it is definitely something deeper. I think gone are the days when one would treat art as something to fill up a blank wall. For us designers now, I think a lot of my contemporaries, we are designing in a way where we integrate art. We try to integrate art from the beginning, or let's say from a decent stage of during the journey of the project. To say that it is an accessory would be a thing of the past. It sometimes is kind of like the heart and soul of the space. It can lend that to the space, even if it is an afterthought. If chosen wisely, and if the collaboration with the artist is there, then nothing like it. I mean, it can enhance the space much more than what the designer actually had envisioned. So, and I think nowadays, with the trend of space design or interior design going towards minimalism, or already in the depths of minimalism, art is something which does bring back a lot of soul into the space. So with the current aesthetic that is going on, I don't think art could just be an accessory. It is much more, definitely. So, like I said, we try to incorporate or think about what kind of art we want to incorporate in this space. Maybe if not from the very beginning, we do incorporate it from a stage which is a little more towards before the middle of the project, so that we can work the space around it as well, so that there is no such imbalance between how much attention or eyeballs does the artwork seek versus the space. So it has to be a harmonious blend of both. Having said that, it might be a case that for some of the clients it is kind of an afterthought, wherein or genuinely it also sometimes takes time for us to instill that knowledge or importance of art into them, which does turn around until the end of the project. Luckily so, we don't regret that. But whenever it happens, we do try to incorporate art in that sense. So sometimes it might be picking out a piece of art or a sculpture towards the end of the project. Sometimes we also have artists from the local area, from the city itself, or a couple of times from other cities of Gujarat as well, where we've called in artists and kind of taken their view on a wall from the very beginning and understand what they propose for their wall in relation to what kind of personality we want to give to a wall. What relevance will it hold for the client, for the user of the space? Will they emotionally attach to it, or is it sort of aspirational art, something that they want to achieve in life, or is it something which is nostalgic, which takes them back to a certain phase of their life? So I mean, it is what I love about incorporating art is that it is a collaborative process between us and the client for sure, and sometimes you also bring the artists on board. So it is a lovely process, and to see the fruit of it come to actualization towards the end is something which is as rewarding as just seeing the space which we have designed come to life. So it's a really wholesome process, and I wouldn't miss it for any client. So we really try to kind of educate our clients in that sense, wherein, and of course nowadays the story is such that a lot of people also are trying to understand the value of art, not just maybe the actual value or the monetary value of the art as a piece, but also what emotion or nostalgia it brings for them, and what is the importance of that piece in their space, be it their house or something as private as their bedroom, or maybe their own cabin in their office. It is a glimpse of their personality which they want the visitor or people in their circle to witness. So it's very important in that sense, and that's how we handhold our clients to sort of value art slowly and steadily, but surely. Yeah. I think yes, slowly and steadily, the people of Ahmedabad and our clients are definitely genuinely trying to understand the importance that art holds in a space, and maybe as a piece of a collectible or something which connects them to their past or is aspirational. There are a lot of galleries in Ahmedabad and upcoming art spaces, definitely one being Abir, wherein people are sort of having that eye-to-eye contact, and they can really feel the artwork, which makes them, helps them to make a wise decision, an informed one. And these are the spaces which are slowly helping to educate the people in the city about the kind of varied artworks which they can incorporate in their space. So when we are talking to them or trying to suggest them about different types of artwork, we do take them to all these places where they can get an actual idea of what we are talking about and about a real artwork. So in terms of the value that the artwork holds, as well as the relevance that it holds, it does take time, for people to make a decision. It's not the same journey for everyone. For some clients, we might introduce the idea, plant the seed way in the beginning, and it might bear fruit towards the end. For some people, they might already have maybe a piece which they want to build a space or a wall or a niche around. So we do try to incorporate that also. Then there are some people who actually want to collaborate with an artist and work upon a wall in their house. So all of these are different narratives which hold true when we are designing a space, and all of them are a welcome gesture when it comes from a client, as long as it is in the best interest of the space, and later on how the space is going to be experienced. It really makes a difference. I think definitely when we are selecting an artwork for a residential space versus a commercial space, the logic behind the selection completely changes. When it is a home, you are looking to incorporate a piece of art, which instills a sense of calmness in the user. It could be aspirational. It could have a sense of nostalgia for them. We also might not mind adding a lot of color. So depends on the kind of space in the home that we are looking at. There are a lot of people who like to incorporate nature, people who like to incorporate God or deity in the artwork, which is most welcome. Ahmedabad, as such, people are lovers of pichwai, and they they won't mind investing in a good pichwai with Bhagwan Srinath Ji. So that is a common trait that I have seen, and I love them for that. When it comes to commercial spaces, workspaces, office spaces, it depends on the kind of energy the space has. Definitely what kind of a workspace it is, which part of the office are we looking to install the artwork in. But definitely it should be inspirational. It should have a lot of positive energy, which does come from color. It comes from the strokes. It comes from the subject or the narrative of the artwork, definitely, which must, I feel, inspire the people who are running the office or working in the office. Even when it comes to the owner of the space or the person who's behind the entire company, people do like to invest in a good amount in a decent artwork, which is kind of building the personality of their space. So I think it is a hand-in-hand relationship wherein the space does guide the kind of artwork that we are looking for, and of course the kind of end user. But it is also the artwork which kind of claps back and sings along into the existing energy of the space. So definitely both of them have to sing along, be in sync, and create a harmonious melody. So definitely. So for me, the journey of collecting art, maybe I honestly have not collected any pieces for myself, but it did begin in COVID when sort of everybody was homestuck, and I did start reading a lot about a lot of international artists, and I did take up an online course just to align with this silent love of mine of trying to understand modern art at that point of time. That is what I did, and trying to, of course, get into the metrics and understanding the value that all these pieces hold. Of course, not an original, even if it is a serigraph, then, these are 1 in 100 pieces, and I would definitely want to own few of them and start building my collection. There are, of course, some favorites from the international as well as Indian artists, and there are a lot of mediums also, so I still don't have favorites. Of course, being an architect, I am looking at textures in an artwork, maybe not just a canvas, or also because we have been trained to sketch our projects from the inception. There are a lot of line drawings which do attract me. So right now I am kind of in that space where a lot of different array or range of artworks attracts me. And hopefully someday, very soon, I would. So the fund is slowly getting ready, wherein I'm putting aside some of my hard-earned money to invest in some of these pieces, and slowly alongside I'm also educating myself. So it is important to educate yourself also, so that you can guide the people you are working for, your clients, so that they make a wise decision. And along the way, someday I might end up start picking something for myself, and that is where the journey will start. I think we are currently living in one of the better times, wherein a lot of young and upcoming artists, I think, can or have this platform wherein they can send across their work to a lot of galleries or maybe to organizations like yours, which gives them a balanced platform wherein they can share their work and hopefully step up their product, and accordingly they can reach out to a wider audience. Also, with the advent and hike up of social media, I'm sure that a lot of artists are using that to their advantage to reach out to maybe directly end customers or not. Then I think organizations like yours are the best tool for them to kind of reach out to a wider audience. Also, such galleries are really helpful for us also, wherein we can bring our clients to a place which holds artworks from varied artists in different mediums. So they also understand the kind of range that is available in terms of the price range also, and in terms of the variety of artwork. It can cater to a different audience. So I think of course, an artist would be able to answer that the best. But I think for us, it's a good time wherein we have access to a lot of these young and upcoming artists. Of course, the established ones also, wherein people like us are getting educated about what value these pieces hold in the market. What is the current trend? Like, for example, there was... for example, in the 1950s, there was a phase wherein people, the population or the connoisseurs of art were acknowledging Picasso, but then starting to fall in love with Jackson Pollock. So I think for us also, it's like a chart wherein we can see how the trend in art is changing. It's the same with design, right? So these platforms are really helpful for the artists, for us, and for the end buyer as well. So yes, all in all, I feel art and design are two companions which kind of help to stitch the narrative of the design of a space, which in the end tries to create a very wholesome experience for the client, for the end user. And one is incomplete without the other in today's time, and we are slowly starting to see our clients also understand the importance of art in our projects, and hopefully this will only go uphill, and hoping to incorporate some of the most lovely artworks in our projects.